YouTube? Avman Critic back, or in this case, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Alright, first of all, I want to start the video off by saying happy birthday to Jim Carrey. So I figured for this review to celebrate Jim Carrey's birthday, we'll review one of the classics, The Truman Show. A movie about a dude named Truman who, all his life, ever since childbirth, he's been living in a make-believe town, and everyone around him, including his loved ones, are all actors, and everything is staged, and everything, and he's being followed around with lots and lots and lots of cameras. Like, ever since he was born, just lots of cameras following him around, and everything about it is just all, he doesn't know about it until, the beginning of the movie, till, somewhere in the movie. Like Jim Carrey, as always, he gives off an amazing performance, living in a fairy tale world where he doesn't know everyone around him are actors. The place that he's in is some kind of giant-ass dome with actors in them, and all this being controlled by some sick man, who is the show's producer, and in a way Truman's father, in a way, because in the movie it's sort of like a metaphor in the movie, or at least because throughout the movie he's trying to make sure that Truman does not escape, that he stays in. All I'm saying is this dude puts the hell in helicopter parents. The dude is just hovering around Truman 24/7, even when he's sleeping, and maybe even when he goes to the bathroom. To quote a line from Sabrina, aka Sarah Lynn, that's too much, man. Seriously. Truman, his whole life, everything's supposed to go as smooth for him, He's supposed to basically, set off an influence that, the world could be happy or something like that, But what he really wants is to explore the world. Ever since he was a kid, every time when he tried to, explore places, people around him, basically the actors, kept saying, no, you can, or hell, they would even send dogs to attack him, or at least so it looked like they're gonna attack him. And all I'm saying is, I'm just saying, the movie is pretty good. Carrey sells this good performance of a dude who just wants to know where the hell he is and how the hell to get out. And there's a lot of things in this movie that haven't aged well, but at the same time made it age well. There's this scene in the movie where he kind of does this thing where he cuts up pictures and then puts them together and tries to make an image of a girl he met back when he was a teenager, a girl who actually is trying to tell him he's in a TV show, And, that's basically her thing throughout the movie. She's trying her desperately she could to try and help Truman so he can get out of here. Because as she puts it, what they're doing is sick. And Truman, he's not in some fairy tale world. Well, he's in a prison where everyone that he knows and loves, or at least supposed to love, are just actors. Did any of these people that were supposed to be his friends, his wife, his parents, did they actually ever care about him, or is it all just an act? Oh, well, this sick a-hole, on the other hand, is just all Truman staying where he is. I'm not letting this show die. Eventually Truman, he figures out what the hell is going on, and he tries to step out of it. He tries to, go on a nice trip to make it not look suspicious at all, but really, it's kind of funny. There's a scene in the movie where, where he's taking his so-called wife to this trip, right? And she's trying to tell him that maybe this isn't a good idea, but at the same time looking nervous around the camera. That's pretty funny. And, and when he tried to escape, he's just met off by hazmat suit guys who, obviously are actors, Oh, and I'm just saying, And there are a lot of things that really shows that he's in a show. Like earlier in the movie, a freaking stage light falls into the sky, and it's like dudes, like seriously. And there's also this arc that Truman goes through in the movie. Like earlier in the movie, he explains that his dad, he drowned at sea, right? And therefore Truman is afraid of the water. Like the world, when he tries to think about seeing the world in a way, the people inside the world, that he's in, kind of in a way shames him for wanting to leave or something like that. It's kind of clever in a way, But eventually, Truman, he just he just wants to get out. Like at first, he just thinks that his entire life has been normal, but when he realizes all these signs and all these things, he realized maybe things aren't normal. Am I on a freaking TV show? Or something like that? Point is, it's kind of really good, and everything about it is just really well done. I mean, in the beginning of the movie, the dude explains that about the Truman Show. In my opinion, I would have kind of liked it a little bit if they showed off Truman just in the beginning, right? They don't tell us any of the stuff in the beginning. They tell us that later in the movie. That way, it's, we get our exposition. Here, we already know what's happening, so it's it doesn't really explain what the hell's happening. But then again, with a movie called The Truman Show, and, with some of the cameras looking a bit weird, because those are TV cameras, it's kind of obvious in a way. But still, and, and I'm just saying, the stuff that in the movie is just really well done. Like, everyone is, on some kind of weird-ass, pattern. Like, they go around the block acting like normal people that you would see on a TV background or something like that. Like when you watch a TV show, right? And then, you see people, but they're just, acting like just not doing anything. They're just a part of the background, Anyway, and, the way when Truman, he figures out, how to get out, and, when he goes on his boat, having a fear of, conquering his fear of water, and then the dude, he almost, drowns him, but at the same time, he's debating, so, all I'm saying is, this sick jerk, he's just playing God, he's playing God just so he can act more of a helicopter parent, Oh, but eventually, Truman, he gets his answers, and in a very best part of the movie, honestly, the best part of the movie is the ending where, where he looks like he's trapped, and there's a scene where he's frustrated, and they don't show him his face, and honestly, I like that, Oh, and then he discovers the staircase, and then the guy explains that he's the creator of a television show, and he's trying his best to convince Truman to stay on the show, But Truman, he's not having this, Oh, and, honestly, I originally thought he was going to say something clever like, show's over. But no, instead he goes out with a bang and says, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And he leaves the show. Oh, and you're probably also wondering, how did a studio manage to do all this? Apparently, I don't know, apparently they had 50 pregnant women, and then they chose the perfect baby to be a part of it, and apparently a studio managed to adopt a baby. Well, if an entire person can be traded for the rights for Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, then why can't a studio, adopt a baby just to make it a part of some sick reality TV show? Everything's always staged, everything's always planned. Hell, that whole thing about his arc, apparently his dad drowned, but apparently later he comes back with a poor excuse, amnesia, but Truman, he's not buying it, I'm just saying, the stuff is very clever, and just how it's all portrayed is just really good. I really love how, Truman just goes on being this normal guy, thinking he's just living his normal life, but then he realizes things around him might not be so, easy, And then, he discovers what's going on, and then he finds a way to escape, and it's just really amazing in the end. Once again, the ending is just amazing. You know, everything about this movie is just really good. I'd give The Truman Show a 9 out of 10. It's amazingly put together. It's like really well good. And I, in a way, think that this movie is in the same universe as Big Fat Liar. But I might tell you that when I review the movie. You know? Anyway, a happy birthday to Jim Carrey. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit notification. And let's be honest here. If we were rolling a TV show, you'd probably know about it, right? I mean, we wouldn't because the cameras would be hidden. But it's like, it really begs the question: are you on your own TV show? Is everyone you know around you an actor? Am I being recorded except for the phone? Oh, am I an actor? Are there cameras following me right now? Oh, who am I kidding? And me being on my own reality TV show, no one's gonna want to watch that.